Yo guys, Craddock here, and today I have a bit of a different video for you guys. Now over the past year I've been uploading Monster Hunter World content, starting with the Anjanath and working my way through monsters up until Iceborne Endgame. As you may know, I wasn't really the most clued up on what sort of armor to use. I had no idea about armor skills and set bonuses to begin with, and that really showed in my videos. For the Anjanath I used bone armor, I used Rathalos set against Diablos and the Odogaron set against Nergigante. There was no real variation at all, and it wasn't until the 4 base Elder Dragons that changed. And the next video I made was the Deviljho video, where I used a mix of Nergigante and Basil gear. Since then I've tried to make a different build for each individual weapon. For example, I've got a build for hammer as well as a longsword now. I did have one for Charge Blade, but that was very underdeveloped, and I'm not sure if any of you have ever seen it yet. But the build that I think is the most OP cheesy build, and the one that I use 90% of the time now, is my Sword and Shield build. Up until just after the Behemoth, the hammer was my child. I had chosen it since the start of the game, and I'd used it through the whole game and then some. After we weren't able to beat Behemoth, Vince mentioned rolls, and I looked into it, and with all the builds that people have, for example lance, bowguns, greatsword and longswords, etc., there weren't a lot of hunting horns or sword and shield, the basic support weapons. After that I started to use the sword and shield a bit more. Before I start talking about the build, I just want to say that I in no way made this build what it is. There are plenty of other different build videos out there that I based this build off. You know, people like Gameconomist and Arix and all that, so go and give them a sub, go and watch some of their videos, and they will more than likely give you builds either better or more suited to your playstyle than this one. The build basically revolves around 3 main skills: free meal, speed eating and wide range. There are 2 different sub builds you can make here, one if you're just starting Iceborne and one if you've made it to maybe killing the last few elders, Namiel, Blackveil and that lot. The basic build is Jagras Helm Beta, Banbaro Chest Beta, Jagras Coil Alpha, Titzy Vambraces Beta and Rathian Greaves Alpha. If you use this base set, then that will give you the skills of Speed Eating 3, Attack Boost 1, Stun Resistance 2, Fortify and Recovery up 2. Now this is far from perfect, and you can more than likely swap out the arms and the legs and still be fine, but if you had a Satiated Jewel, a couple of Vitality and a couple of Friendship Jewels, this build will more than suffice in mid-game Iceborne hunts. But this did actually get me through Shara Ishvalda in the first small bit of the Guiding Lands. The big boy version of this build assumes that you've beaten Shara Ishvalda and have access to some of the special Guiding Lands monsters. What this build does is it takes the smaller version of the 3 skill build and puts it on Mega Steroids, puts it in a Gravity times 400 training capsule and then gives it more Mega Steroids. What you'll need for this build is Rexroar Helm Beta from Brute Tigrex, Azurian Male Beta from Savage Joe, Rexroar Coil Beta, Rexroar Vambraces Alpha and Garuga Greaves Beta. I know what some of you are thinking:
you need to get Rotten Reason of the Guiding Lands to level 6 to get Brute Tigrex, and then you need to do more quests to get Savage Joe and Yangaruga.
And you may be right, but what you can actually do is wait for them to be event quests. You don't actually need to unlock them in your Guiding Lands. More than often I've tried to do event quests. For example, I'm doing the Locale hunts now, and I've seen Silver Rathalos, Gold Rathian, Scarred Yangaruga, Brute Tigrex, and I've nowhere near got my Roid region or anything else to level 6 or level 7 where it needs to be. So you don't actually need to level up your Guiding Lands to that level. You can actually just wait for them to be event quests. This set in its base form will give you the skills Free Meal, Attack Boost 4, Health Boost 3, yes you do get full health boost just from the Rexroar Vambraces, Recovery 2, Weakness Exploit 1 and Critical Eye 2. Now this paired with the Friendship 5 charm, you may need to fix region levels and farm ores and bones in Guiding Lands for this, is a great build in and of itself, but we've still got decorations. The decorations I have on it now are on screen, but you're more than welcome to change up or change out whatever you want and may not have. The complete build ends up with giving max critical eye, max wide range, attack boost 4, max health boost, max weakness exploit, free meal 3, speed eating 3, recovery up 2, evade window 2, and affinity sliding. The 3 main skills, as I've said, are speed eating, free meal, and wide range. Let's say for example you're on a Safi Jiva hunt with a light bowgun, hammer and a longsword. You're attacking the feet at half health, the hammer is going for the head, the longsword has been attacked and is flowing back, and the light bowgun is hanging back to deal sticky damage. With basic gear you're able to heal yourself fully in almost about 3 seconds. Speed eating means you're able to heal yourself almost instantly. The fact wide range means that all 4 of you in the hunt are being healed. And free meal 3 means that there's a 75% chance that the item you're using isn't going to be consumed. 75! That means with this build you can attack all you want at full health, take a break for a second to drink a mega potion for your team and then continue. You can even just hang back as far away as you need and drink mega potions when your teammates need it. With this build, I sometimes use potions when I have a slither of health gone, and sometimes use up to 14 mega potions a hunt, and in actual fact only use 2. Like you saw in the Rotten Vale video that was just uploaded. I used 25 heals in that video in the second hunt, and I didn't actually use any. Including the use of the Vitality Mantle and Temporal Mantle, you are near uncartable with this. You only really need to worry about carting when you get hit by a big attack like the Spirit Bomb or Zenogre's Double Slam, or when you've been untouchable for a while and kind of forget about your health. That's something that I've done more than enough. I choose to use Manifested Lotus on this build, the Shara Ishvalda Sword and Shield, and use non-elemental boost on my mantle. But if you want, you can use Safi weapons. I plan to use Safi Dream Splitter soon, just so I can get back to the old Nyx Tabar 2 days. But because of this, you're not only keeping your teammates in an uncartable bubble for half a hunt, you're also outputting a very respectable damage. Sometimes during combos I'm hitting up to 120 damage, sometimes even 140 plus on tenderized spots. For Sword and Shield, that is a very good damage number. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope that this build helps some of you. If you guys want to use it, then feel free. Once again, I in no way own this build. This is just what I've used. There are plenty of other people out there that will show you builds that may well be better than this, may well suit your playstyle more. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. If you guys want me to do builds on different weapons as well, like showcase my hammer build or my longsword build, then just let me know. If you guys like this build too, then I hope it works for you as well as it works for me. I'll see you in the next one.